Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming my September anti-haul video. So if you guys are new to my channel and you're not quite familiar, every month I like to sit down and film a anti-haul of all the products that were launched the previous month, just kind of roast them a little bit, be glad that we talked ourselves out of them because there are so many new makeup launches, and one of my goals on this channel is to just kind of help you guys out with your purchases, you know, help myself out, try and hold each other accountable because it is crazy out here in these makeup streets. So if you guys like anti-hauls, if you like new makeup, if you like to see tan girl friendly makeup, then this is the place for you. I post about 3 to 4 beauty videos every week, sometimes even more. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, let's start off with these very fancy, hypnotizing Pop Shot single shadows from Charlotte Tilbury. This is part of her 2022 holiday collection. So these are powder eyeshadows in diamond inspired pigmented pops of color. This individual shadow is $34 a piece. And let me tell you, I'm pretty sure this whole eyeshadow palette I have on today is that price, or if not, it's very close. I would highly recommend picking up this eyeshadow palette, but in case you're a big Charlotte Tilbury fan, which I'm a Charlotte Tilbury fan, I did buy some things from the holiday collection, but this I just feel like is not for me. I have way more exciting single shadows in my collection. So these were a pass. I haven't seen any videos on this. Like, I've seen videos, but I haven't watched them myself because I was just so uninterested in this launch. So it was an easy pass for me. Next we have from SheGlam Official. This is the Corpse Bride collection. So we have the Moonlight eyeshadow palette, glitter gels, we've got highlighters, we've got liquid lipsticks, we've got a lip balm, and you can get the full collection for $43.99. I actually don't think this is the worst thing I've seen. I feel like SheGlam typically does pretty decent color stories. I just really don't need anything like this in my collection. So it's an easy pass for me, but I'm sure if you guys are big Corpse Bride fans, you're probably eyeing that. Okay, next we have from NARS. They launched their holiday collection. So we have the Behave Backstage Cheek Set, we have the Orgasm Triple Threat Cheek and Lip Set, the eyeshadow palette, an audacious lipstick, a setting powder, we've got lip duos, we've got face sets, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. And I will say this packaging, adorable. It's so perfect for the holiday season. Those swatches of the eyeshadow palette look very light to me. And let me tell you, NARS has been one of my favorite brands for the longest time. I still remember getting shade matched to NARS Sheer Glow, and I wore that foundation on my wedding day. Like, I've been a NARS fan for a long time, but that doesn't mean I need to buy everything from the brand. And I feel like their strengths are definitely their foundation range. I think they have some really amazing undertones for my skin tone. So yeah, I really like some things, but I definitely don't buy everything from them. They have very comfortable lipsticks. So yeah, there's a lot to be had, but I don't feel like their eyeshadow palettes are their strength. So this is an easy pass on that. The face palette definitely was tempting to me, and the shades are so beautiful, but I definitely don't need to buy that. And I will say I did see my friend Morgan Turner review it, and she honestly, I felt like gave her honest opinion, and she didn't sell the palette to me. So yeah, I was perfectly happy and content watching her video and being like, oh, glad I didn't buy that. Next we have from the brand Thrive Cosmetics. They are launching a Buildable Blur CC Cream Broad Spectrum SPF product. So this is a relaunch actually. This is a multitasking color correcting cream, instantly blurs and diffuses skin imperfections with 16-hour buildable light to full coverage. La-di-da-di-da. SPF 40, 28 inclusive shades, $38 each. I mean, I don't know about inclusive because look at that swatch on the darkest arm. That does not look like it matches. Maybe the last 3 shades look like it works on the dark arm, but the other 4 look really odd and out of place there. Either which way, When I see SPF 40, that reminds me of the It Cosmetics CC cream that everybody loves, but it looks so gray on me, so it's going to be a pass on that for me. Okay, you guys, the next thing we're anti-hauling is the new Disney and Ulta Beauty collection. So this includes eyeshadow palettes, face palettes, glosses, nail polishes, makeup sponges, and brushes. So this is a very cute collection, especially if you're a Disney fan. I think I had mentioned in my new makeup releases video where I talked about this launch that I wish Ulta Beauty sent out more PR. I feel like I follow a variety of makeup accounts from Instagram to YouTube, and I just feel like I haven't really seen anyone show this. So maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe Ulta just has their own line to kind of just check that box of like, oh, we have our own makeup line in our store, but I feel like they just don't promote it, and I don't really know why that is. So if you guys have any more insight, I would love to hear. Next we have from Harry Styles and Marco Ribeiro, the Brazilian designer. This is a collaboration. I think this is the first collaboration. Now I will say that this is definitely for Harry Styles fans. I don't actually know if any Harry Styles fans are buying this stuff, but I'd definitely be curious to know. I did say that the nail polish shades look very, very cute. The eyeshadow palette is very editorial, definitely not for me, but yeah, there it is if you guys were interested in that. Okay, next we have to anti-haul these skincare brands from two celebrities. So we have Brad Pitt's skincare line and we have Travis Barker's wellness / skincare line. I think I saw that Brad Pitt's line was in like the $300 per product. Travis Barker's are in the high 80s, 90s, and between like $85 and $150, so not as expensive, but I had talked about it in another new makeup releases as well, and I had just said that with celebrities, you know, they look so young because, at least in my opinion, probably because of a lot of surgeries that they've had, like facelifts and all kinds of stuff. I really don't feel like they're just using a really good moisturizer and cleanser and making sure they take their makeup off at night. I think there's a little bit more that goes into it, so it's an easy pass on that. Then we have Hip Dot and Care Bears. These are the pigmented creamy bake powders that include shimmering and metallic finishes, $60 each. These are very interesting little shadows. So they're almost like, well, they are 3D, and I'm guessing you just kind of like, you know, rub the bear's head if you want to get some eyeshadow out. I'm definitely a huge Care Bears fan. This would be such a cute thing to just like buy and like keep on your makeup desk or display, but I definitely don't see myself owning that, so easy pass on that. And then we have the collection from Smashbox. This is their new Masters of Horror collection. So they have some products that are packaged with Chucky, Dracula, Bride of Chucky, Bride of Frankenstein, and Frankenstein. So they've got some lipsticks and their cream shadows. These are super cute. Like, I'm not enough of a horror fan to want any of these, but I can see if you are a big horror fan, this being so up your alley. I could totally see my friend Teresa is dead buying something like that because I know she's a horror fan, so I feel like, well, yeah, she is a horror fan, right? Yeah, I could see her buying something like that. Next, we have the Too Faced Holiday Collection. This is the Yummy Gummy makeup set. We've got a bunch of stuff that they're launching for holiday, which is pretty typical for Too Faced. I don't feel like I'm the target audience for these types of launches. This is definitely for people that prefer a more neutral makeup. This is for people that buy that one gift set for holiday and they buy it every year and they're like collecting it, but it's an easy pass for me. Next we have Makeup Revolution and their Beetlejuice collection. This is an interesting collection. I think the palettes are pretty cute. We have some lip products, we've got some eyeliners, we've got all of the things, and it's not the worst thing Makeup Revolution has ever launched. I feel like a lot of their other collections are way more disjointed. I think this is a little bit more cohesive. I feel like there's a lot of extra space that They could have probably made that Beetlejuice palette just a little bit smaller, but I mean, if you're into that aesthetic, maybe you like that palette, so you guys will have to let me know if that's something you were interested in, or if you picked it up. I would love to hear what you have to say. Next we have, this was something that definitely tempted me, but I've had experience with the Cosmetics Color Drop Serum blushes before. I was one of the people that bought one when it first launched, and the packaging was not good. It wasn't the most pigmented formula, and I just felt like I had wasted some money. So I'm glad that they took the feedback and kind of made the product better. I think these shades are so stunning, and I would honestly like to try one again, but I just don't need this right now, so I'm going to be passing on it. But that's actually something that definitely tempted me. Here is something else that I'm anti-hauling. It is the holiday collection from Kylie Cosmetics. They launched a 12-day advent calendar. They also launched eyeshadow palette, blush palette, all of the things. It's a pretty big collection. I feel like Kylie Jenner and her cosmetics line, I don't know if there is as much hype about her brand as there used to be. I would love to hear from you guys. I mean, do you still hear people talk about Kylie Jenner and, you know, Kylie Cosmetics? Is that still hyped among your friends? Because I would say I just feel like a lot less people talk about them now. Okay, we have from Shamara, this is the Sailor Moon Eternal collection, and it says Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Eternal Collection. So don't know a whole lot about Sailor Moon, and I just feel like this is a very dreamy, beautiful collection. The packaging looks stunning. I do believe Shamara is like a luxury brand, so not something I'm interested in, but it looks very, very cool. We have from Winky List, they launched a Amethyst Balm, an amethyst inspired color changing pH balm, transforms into your skin's most flattering purple pink with a subtle shimmer infused with ceramides for an ultra hydrating pout. $16. This is definitely a very specific launch. Maybe if you're really into collecting like geodes or something like that, you would really enjoy that. It's an easy pass for me. We obviously have a lot of Halloween stuff to anti-haul, so this is the Profusion Halloween collection. This is the Rituals collection. So this is the one that they had for Walmart, and I actually saw this eyeshadow palette in Walmart, and you guys know I have a soft spot for Profusion, so I contemplated buying it for review purposes, but I literally had to check myself and be like, girl, you have so many palettes right now, you really don't need to be picking up more. So I did go ahead and pass on that, but it looks very promising for Profusion. The color story looks very cute. It's very intense. It's a lot of shades. I actually do have a reel because I did shoot some video when I was at Walmart, if you guys are interested in seeing what it looks like in person. And then we have a collaboration. This is Pretty Little Things and Amrezy. They launched a few different lip kits. We've got a highlighter and blushes as well. Super duper cute, very like neutrally shades. I think this is the kind of collaborations we need so that, you know, we could just have more options as far as lip products and things like that go. Easy pass for me though. Next we have Kylie and Kris Jenner round 2. This palette I think got a little bit roasted because it's kind of an odd palette. I mean, I've been watching the new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians on Hulu, and I don't really feel like they consume a lot of alcohol on the show. I don't know if there's something I just don't know. Maybe like Kris Jenner and Kylie drink a lot of martinis and I just missed the memo, but I don't really see the connection of like martinis and Kylie and Kris. Although I just lied, because now that I'm thinking about it, they do drink a lot of champagne, and they show like their like alcohol fridges. Like there's a scene in the show where Kylie's having her baby, and I know Kris is like grabbing alcohol, so maybe it is something that's a big part of their relationship and family dynamics. I don't know. Anyway, easy pass on that collection. We have from Morphe, their holiday collection. This is the Champagne Glow Artistry Palette, Cabernet Blush Artistry Palette, 35XS No Silent Nights Artistry Palette, the More the Merrier 6-piece eye brush set, Make It Big mascara set, Mist and Mingle Setting Spray. This is really cute. I mean, it's just like great neutral palettes for people that love neutrals, and I mean, there's like a pop of blue in there. It's not terrible. I feel like this is gonna be, you know, on a lot of people's holiday wish list, but it's an easy pass for me. Okay, this is something I bought and I'm kind of glad I talked myself out of it, but the Tarte Holiday Collection was looking mighty good for a second there. So they have a bunch of stuff. They have the Amazonian Clay Eyeshadow Wardrobe, Maracuja Juicy Squad Lip Set, Shape Tape, Concealer, Mascara, and Lippies. We've got the Maneater After Dark Eyeshadow Palette, which I do have that, but there's a whole list of stuff, and I was definitely tempted by a few things from that collection. But again, I had to remind myself, like, Karen, you have so many things to review. You have no time. And I'm so glad I decided to pass on that because I was able to save like a good $100 by not buying the things I wanted. Okay, next we have to roast this Carnival collection with Be Perfect and Stacey Marie. So I think this is their 4th or 5th time collabing. Listen, I have 3 of the Carnival palettes that they launched, and those ones are so good, but this just feels a little bit like we're going back in time. So this is the Carnival All Stars and the Carnival XL Pro Remastered. I feel like they just didn't need to do this, or if they really felt like they needed to do this, I hope this is it, and I hope they give somebody else a chance, because I just feel like as good as these palettes are, this is like beating a dead horse. They just need to let this one die. It's like, if she doesn't have any new ideas, let's not just keep at it, is what I'm saying. Okay, next we have to anti-haul the Besame and Disney Villains collection. I feel like this is such a great idea, a great concept, but it wasn't my favorite execution of a villains collection. I think I still like how ColourPop did villains, and I know my friend Heather had done a video on the eyeshadow palette. I just feel like I could not part with $115 for this. I mean, I buy some really expensive eyeshadow palettes when it comes to like Pat McGrath and stuff, but that collection just did not call to me. Okay, next, I want to know if you guys know anyone that bought this. This is the Fenty Beauty 5th Anniversary Limited Edition Collector's Piece. So these are like refillable lipstick cases that have 975 hand-applied gems. And I think this was like, what, $500? Yeah. I remember talking about it in a new makeup releases, and it is so over the top. It's so bougie. Definitely not something I would spend my money on, but I would love to know if there's a Fenty fan out there that actually bought that lipstick. Next, we have the One Size and Disney Fantasia collection. This is a cute collection for what it is. I think the products look absolutely beautiful. I just didn't feel like this was something that I wanted to spend my money on. I would want to try the highlighter. It just looks like a really beautiful shade, especially for my skin tone. But overall, I'm just not a big enough Disney fan to own that product. Okay, we have the Chantecaille Holiday Collection. This is the Lotus Blossom Radiant Blush, the Radiance Powder, the Blur Glow Powder, and the lipstick. These all look very lightly pigmented, and I feel like they would look so ashy on me. So it's an easy pass on that. We have to roast the Dior Quint. This is the Golden Bouquet, natural beige and golden shades around a deep brown for $65. I feel like this is just like an April Fool's joke because every single one of those shades looks so similar to me. I don't understand. And yeah, if you spent $65 on this, I'm sorry, but I just don't understand. Please let me know in the comments if that was $65 well spent or if you regret it, because it just seems so boring. Okay, you guys, that is it for my September anti-haul. Oh my gosh, I feel like there were so many bad products that launched last month, so it was really fun to go back down memory lane with you guys. I love doing these anti-hauls every month because I swear there's so much coming out that you kind of forget about some of the stuff that launched, even if it was less than a month ago. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what product you regret buying in the month of September. or if there's a product you're glad you skipped. You guys know I love chatting to you in the comments, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys!